Welcome back to Wake Up Epic. We're going to look at discernment. You've got that friend that drains you, or maybe not a friend, that client, that coworker. You've got the situation where you haven't really honored your boundaries. We're going to look at empathy, my empathic friends. I'm sensitive, you're sensitive. You maybe are dealing with it by looking at the lens of ADHD, or just trying to organize yourself, or being productive in a world that's triggering us with dopamine addiction and social media. However you're navigating this, I want to take a few minutes to unpack and give you an experience of where discernment fits in to transform your experience of the discord, the chaos, the lack of organization, the lack of distinct boundaries, to something about empathy that could really make a difference. Now, in the 13th hexagram, because we're doing a Wake Up Epic around movement, around these key patterns embedded in the I Ching, Human Design, and Gene Keys, we're looking at the 13th hexagram. Now, the 13th hexagram starts off yang, yin, yang, which is to say forward, out, and wide. Try it. Forward, out, and wide, and down. When you come forward and out and down, now ideally, that would be a state of social engagement and curiosity. And we use our body and our mind in epic workouts with UZAZU, the mind-body modality, and Gene Keys, the key themes, to find a way for you to embody it and to activate it in a way that makes sense. Because you're unique, you are a unique person in your unique path. And so when you step out, down, and wide, the opportunity here is to differentiate the state of social engagement or environmental participation. So try it. You're looking around the room, your knees are bent, there's a sense of fluidity and dynamic resourcefulness. You can pick up a pillow, you can touch things. So we call this in UZAZU field, where we're out in the field with other people. And of course, we've had challenges along the lines in our life of being in the environment or being with people where we're triggered by fear, and our nervous system captures that as a new habit or as a new pattern. And we've got fight, flight, freeze, and fawn, and oh my gosh, right? So we're trying to work our way back into a sense of ease and flow and a sense of confidence. The top of the hexagram of 13, yang, yang, yang. It's up, it's out, it's wide. It's much more active. It's a lot like field, but it's more active. If field is down here and soft and a little bit receptive, mesh is a bit more active. So in this state, we're looking to experience easy collaboration, easy sharing your gifts, and ease receiving other people's gifts. So synergy. Try it if you're not already. Now, what is the discernment we're going to be discerning? There's an embodied story. As a part in the world, as a you in the world, you're in the state of field, and you're growing into, or you're moving into, a state of collaboration. So try that together. You step into the world, ease, dynamic, resourceful, and you grow into active participation, collaboration. Do you have any challenges, any projects, any opportunities that require you right now to be in the world and to grow your participation? A new job, a new relationship, to change the relationship you have with your clients, to change your pricing, to speak, to be on a podcast, to put yourself out there. There's so many ways that you could apply this particular embodied story. Now, what can we learn about discernment? And what is that discord that's stopping us from having greater empathy? Now, if you are sensitive, if you like to chase rabbits, or squirrels, and rabbits and squirrels, then this next piece is very important. If we look at the top trigram and then the bottom trigram, and we look at that embodied story, we start in a world that is participatory. We allow that to support, or we don't allow it to support, our sense, our action in the world, which is in this case also participatory, but with more receiving, more receptivity. So try this with me. A world of participation supports my interested activity. As an empathic, sensitive, unstructured, structured needing human being, that starts to give me tingles and makes my body freak out a bit. How about you? Let's do it again. In a world that invites participation, but participation can support my interested activity. Now imagine that that's not the case, that those words, that synergy of these two possibilities has a glitch in your body. We're going to experience discord. You're going to create discord. We're going to react in ways with your communication and your creativity that is an experience of discord for you. And if you pray with these two movements, going from the world to your participation or your interest activity into more participatory world, if you practice this at an embodied level, you'll start to find your unique path. You do this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 40 minutes in a deep way for yourself, put some music on. I can almost guarantee you that what will show up in the next few hours will delight you, tickle you, and empower you. Like, I needed that, I needed that. And oftentimes what shows up, it's not obvious that it would have been a contribution to you, but there's a way in which you would have opened yourself to it that lets you see it. And when you see it, you receive it, and you have change. New decisions very easy. You don't have to hit rock bottom or big wall to affect change. You can if you want. So let's do them both together, and then we'll wrap this Wake Up Epic up. We're going to start in the world, a world where lots going on. It sometimes can feel like discord. You are doing this with me, right? So my words, your experience. We're starting in a world that's potentially full of discord and problems and chaos. And we're feeling it all. And we're aiming for this field to meet others in the field, out there in the field beyond right and wrong. And as you come down and allow yourself, you might yawn, there might be emotions, you're clearing some pathways. You land in interested, engaged confidence. Don't force your body, just see where your body can go and how it can move fluidly. And here's where you get to take radical responsibility for the experience of discord and rebalance it with your state, and your breath, and your attention. So soften and find a yin and a yang. Find I'm doing it and I'm receiving it. Look at the space in your room and feel. Attend out there and in here. And somewhere along the lines, you'll have an experience of discernment. I can discern what's in here versus what's out there. I can discern some nuance of what I'm after with my goals. What discernment can you experience? And from that discernment, come back up. Bring the sense of I'm discerning while active into a sense of active participation. So I want to highlight that both of these movements for the hexagram of the 13th hexagram, gene key, and human design gate, they are both in the world. And often as empaths, we want to retreat from the world and get our bearings. That clarity is something we can do over here. And we need to build those skills. You need to build the skills of being with yourself. And there's a world of self-care. And you've been doing that in a lot of ways. But there's something that this is inviting us to explore. that discernment and empathy is fundamentally this embodied story of interested engagement and active participation, being supported by active participation of the world as you are actively interested in engaging. So where in this are you coming alive? What's the realization you're getting? Now, in an epic workout, we'll often connect all these themes and movement patterns into mobility and exercise, but I'm not going to do that right now. I wanted to really lay out the discernment of the active participating world and the easygoing interested participation. In there, I think, are some real gems for you. So enjoy, go for a walk, see what your body wants, discern what your body wants to do in terms of exercise, mobility, sensualness, food, receptivity, activity, output, input. You get the idea? Thanks for being epic. Thanks for participating in waking up the epicness of your discernment. There's a great big world out there looking for all your gifts. At least some people are. So go find them. Have a great time.